Welcome to the Modern Hotelier. I'm David Malilli.
I'm Steve Karen.
Steve, where are we at today?
David, today we are at Hotel Polaris in Colorado Springs.
This place is amazing. We're going to go in, take a look at all the amenities, the meeting space, the food and beverage. Let's get it started.
Let's take a tour.
Welcome to Hotel Polaris. It's a pleasure to have you here. I'm Curtis Bova. I'm general manager of the hotel. We opened up in November of 2024 and truly excited to show you around. You're currently in the lobby of the hotel, and from the moment that a guest arrives, you really get a sense of the immersive connection to the Academy and the design of our United States Air Force Academy that inspired this. Everything from the blue entrance that you just came through, which is inspired by the Murano glass mosaics that they have at the Academy, and pulling through the class colors, you'll see a collection of if you know elements, I like to say, throughout the property that really pull through, again, our connection to the Academy, but doing it in a way that is immersive and enriching to a guest experience, a way that feels more like a true hospitality setting versus a museum. Right behind us and over here is our front desk, and there's a classic design element to it with that back wall and the shape being inspired by the Cadet Chapel. One of the most iconic design elements at the United States Air Force Academy is the Cadet Chapel, and those spires are represented on our back wall. Even the front desk itself has an airplane wing extending from it, which also serves as our accessible check-in area for guests that arrive. The floor, tile, everything about our design, again, pulls through and is inspired from the Academy. You'll see a terrazzo style design, which is emulated from the terrazzo of the cadet grounds themselves, everything being built and structured on a grid, which was core to the design philosophy of mid-century modern architecture. As we move into the main lobby area, you'll see that in all of our pockets across the lobby and in all our public spaces, we have classic representations of the furniture, and in some cases, the identical maker of furniture that was used in the Academy when they opened in 1959. This is a great representation of it, and I always like to point out this carpet. It's representative of the 4 class colors. Each cadet has a class color assigned based on their year, and they go on a rotation: gold, silver, red, and blue. Those design colors play out throughout the property. As I mentioned, the front entrance is our blue entrance. We have a gold entrance, a red entrance, and even a silver entrance, again, to make sure that each class is represented. As we move through the lobby, some of my favorite aspects have to do with the lighting throughout the hotel. It's done in a way that ties to our name, Hotel Polaris, and that celestial feeling inspired by the North Star. And the lighting really complements the space, but it's done in a way that it doesn't impede those dramatic views that we have to Pikes Peak, Rampart Range, and the United States Air Force Academy itself. Many of the spaces that we have here at the hotel are actually sponsored and named spaces. Our ownership group, Provident Resources Group, they're based in Louisiana. They are a nonprofit organization that traditionally specializes in student housing on campuses and even hospitals and communities. They have done buildings and projects in over 28 cities in the United States. This is the first time they've done a ground up build for a hotel. And this project is one that's really unique because it ties in both the Academy Foundation, the city of Colorado Springs as part of the City for Champions effort, and also donated money from graduates of the Academy. When people donate money, it helps them pay down the bonds faster. Once we've retired those bonds, they will donate the property to the Academy Foundation, and Association of Graduates will own the property.
Hi, welcome to Thunderbird Bar. So Thunderbird Bar was a donation. A lot of the stuff that we have here on property is going to be donations in kind to a lot of Air Force Academy graduates, a lot of the cadets that were up there. So Thunderbird Bar, as you know, the Thunderbirds, that's kind of the basis of this. So Squadron 27, Alex Gibler is the one that's really donated this. He was in the class of 1987 and Squadron 27. So that's where we really get the name for Thunderbird. The drinks that we have in here are really inspired by the Academy. We have drinks called the Prop and Wings. We also have cocktails on there called Jack's Valley, where they train. They do that in the first week of starting at the Academy. They go up there, they train, and they do war games up there. So cocktail bar, pretty straightforward for us. This is our main lobby bar. You have the beautiful view of the Academy up there. You also have the mountain range in front of us. We have a lot of great spirits in here. We work with, as I said earlier, Buffalo Trace, but we also work with a lot of other local distilleries. This is a really great lobby bar. The details in here are beautiful, and we have some excellent mixologists that really take off in here.
As we continue to walk through the lobby and pass through our lobby bar, the south end of the building is capped off by Pamela's restaurant. I know you're going to be touring that and seeing that in more detail with our executive chef, Ken. But it's a tremendous representation, again, of that homage to the Academy and our sponsored spaces. This has been named in honor of Pamela Bruni. She is the spouse of Jerry Bruni, who graduated in the class of 1970 for the Academy. And he wanted it to be named in her honor, more as a representation of the spouses and the significant others that stay behind and support our troops while they're in action and in deployment.
Welcome to Pamela's at the Hotel Polaris. My name is Ken Butler. I'm going to show you around. So Pamela's restaurant is our 3-meal restaurant here on property. So that means that we do breakfast, we do lunch, and we do dinner. So we do more of a hybrid brunch setup here. This, like many other things on our property, this was another, donation. Pamela's name comes from Jerry and Pamela Bruni. Jerry was in class of 1970, a graduate of the Academy, and Pamela is his wife. So Pamela's have traveled really everywhere across the U.S., and they've brought a lot of that kind of inspiration to our menu. So as you saw, we've done meatloaf, which is going to be something that they really enjoy. We've done a lot of other Indian dishes and things like that when we do custom menus for them. And additionally, we do classics like, we have that New York. So the bison New York done with crab on it, Oscar style. And then we have a classic that we've always had here now from Pamela's, which is the mushroom risotto. Mushroom risotto is done with Mystic Mountain mushrooms, finished with greens on top, and a little paprika oil. And that has been one of the staples that we've had here in Pamela's. What you can see in Pamela's is that we have, floor to ceiling windows. We can see the Air Force Academy. We have the whole Pikes Peak range out here. You have Pikes Peak Mountain. And then you have the mid-century modern techniques. That's really kind of driven through the whole entire property. And that's kind of what sets Pamela's apart from any other restaurant in the north end of Colorado Springs and in Colorado in general.
As we walk to the other end of the lobby, you again see more elements that are designed to celebrate the legacy of the Air Force, the legacy of the Academy. One of the focal points that has become embraced by the community is the local artwork that features a mobile over our escalator, but the mobile is actually an abstract view of a airplane itself, and it's been constructed out of reclaimed metal from airplanes. And that was all done by a local artist and works in interplay with a mosaic that we have at the top of the escalators, and which is an interesting piece within itself because it's an abstract view of two planes in a dogfight. So again, an homage to our heritage and our connection to the Air Force, but done in a way that brings art to life and connects our guests with the Academy itself. Continuing on through the lobby, one of our more popular food venues is Lovie's Market, which is our grab and go, so to speak. And for any guests or local guests of the hotel, they can run in for their favorite coffee, drink, homemade cronuts that are done by our bakery here in-house, or an array really of homemade sandwiches and foods and customized drinks. My favorite aspect is the orange machine, and I'm telling you, as I tell everybody, it's a life-changing glass of orange juice. I encourage everybody to try one before they leave. As we approach the mosaic itself, we also have a wall of recognition. And the wall of recognition are paper airplanes. They're actually forged out of metal, but they are representations of a paper airplane, and they recognize the people that have donated to the project to make the hotel possible. So gifts from $25,000 and up are represented on the wall. You get your name, and if you are an alumni, your class color will be reflected on the wing of the plane itself. One of the local favorites, and truly a fan favorite for all, is Doolie's. And Doolie's is a 50s style diner, really a malt shop, I would say, that really evokes a retro vibe, but in a fun, collegiate, and playful way. So this is our family-centric outlet. It's all themed around gaming, and we have an outdoor terrace where people can play cornhole, ping pong, pool, and then the highlight in the basement of Doolie's, or on the second floor of Doolie's, are our flight simulators, which truly are one of a kind.
Hi, welcome to Doolie's. So Doolie's is really designed as being a, soda shop, right? And we're trying to get the nostalgia of soda jerks. Really, we're doing a lot of milkshakes. We do a lot of hot dogs and some really other cool kind of craft items in here. But really, it's the nostalgia. It's a place for you to come on property with the kids and hang out and really enjoy yourself and enjoy your time here. So really, a lot of the themes that we have in here are, we have drinks that are named after, we have a drink coming up right now that's going to be named after, they call him a ground pounder, which is somebody that is, kind of does all the grunt work at, in the military, right, for the Air Force Academy. We also have cocktails inspired by, legends like Fifi. She is one of the first Thunderbird pilots, and she's amazing. She's come in here, she's created the drink with the team, she's coined it. It's been amazing. It really has been good to work with her. And then we also have another cocktail in here by Robin Olds. So we have a Robin Olds Old Fashioned, and that drink is really inspired by Robin Olds, and he is one of the first triple aces in the World War I or World War II, and as well as the Vietnam War. So he's shot down 17 planes, and it's been really amazing to see him and come in here. Another thing that we also have in here is we have a yearbook. So the yearbook, we have all the pilots kind of come in here. We have other graduates from the academy. They come in, they sign a yearbook, and it really speaks to the story of what Doolie's is. And the story of Doolie's is that it's the first time that you go to the academy. Your first year, you're going to be at a Doolie. And that's really kind of the short and long of Doolie's. And we're going to start going through some food options here now. Here we are to talk about the food items that we have here at Doolie's. We're going to start over here with, this is going to be a classic quesadilla. So we can either do this with chicken, carnitas, which is pulled pork on there. It comes with local chips that we have up in Denver. They create these for us. They're fantastic. Then we go into our hot dogs. We have a classic streetcar hot dog. This is with relish, peppers, as well as ketchup and mustard. And then we go into a Korean hot dog. So this is going to be gochujang aioli. We have on there furikake, and then it's also done with kimchi as well. So over here we do flatbreads. Our chefs create flatbreads daily, so we can create anything. We also have a fantastic buffalo chicken flatbread, and this is classic pepperoni. We work with Buffalo Trace Distillery a lot. They do a lot with us around the property in the hotel. So we showcase their root beer here. We have a root beer float showcasing this product, which is fantastic. And then we have a local Colorado company that we work with as well. They do great sodas. And then we finish it off with a ground pounder. So this is what we talked about earlier. This is done with Kahlua, and it is a fantastic drink. as well as we have our famous milkshake. So this is a little sweet and salty one. We have this great strawberry one with strawberry jelly on the inside, as well as finished with dehydrated strawberries. And then this is a banana, classic banana one. So you have vanilla wafer, banana, very good. Amazing milkshake for us.
I am Jordan Gottfried here at the flight deck at Hotel Polaris in our simulator room called Sully's after Sully Solenberger. He was an Academy grad, so we get to kind of honor him here with this room. We have two F-16 flight simulators. They use virtual reality headsets over here. Gives you a mixed reality experience, so you can see the cockpit itself, but also are fully immersed in the environment. So we can link the F-16s together, and they can do dogfights against each other, or individual against AI, or pretty much anything the F-16 can do. Our cockpits are one-to-one with the F-16. That is the Thunderbird aircraft that the Air Force flies, also one of our predominant fighters in our fleet. And we can do pretty much anything, air-to-air, air-to-ground, takeoffs, landings, aerobatics, whatever you would like to do. This is our 737 MAX 8 simulator. It's a commercial airliner. It can fly anywhere in the world, any weather conditions. It's exactly one-to-one cockpit of what the airlines are like. So Southwest, United flies these. We've got fully functional up front here with our throttles, with our displays and everything. The yokes are connected, so it's a dual pilot environment where you work together to fly the aircraft. Now we can be your co-pilot, or you could bring a co-pilot with you, and we can do that as well. We can fly anywhere in the world, any airport, any skyline, any route you want to do, and see airline procedures, all of the things they go through, all of the work they do, and it's a lot of fun as well.
At the north end of our building is also our connection point to the new Hosmer Visitor Center for the United States Air Force Academy. The Hosmer Visitor Center is a showcase piece that features immersive exhibits of Academy life and also serves as a Colorado Tourism Welcome Center, one of 4 across the state. We have the privilege of being connected via a pedestrian bridge. So when this opens up next May, guests will be able to move freely between the hotel and the visitor center itself. And we're looking forward to the opportunity of also being able to produce receptions and events on the grounds of the visitor center. Immediately adjacent to that pedestrian walking bridge to the visitor center is our Ascend Spa and Wellness. And we really try to take a unique approach to wellness here at Hotel Polaris. We focus on the word ascend in every way and trying to elevate a guest experience, both in how they feel and their ability to rejuvenate and find their own path of discovery and discover their true north. We work with guests individually to tailor a fitness journey, a wellness journey, and we even have in our fitness center equipment that can be utilized with a program that features the same workout regime as the cadets, and you can compare your performance to the average cadet to test your fitness.
Hello, welcome to Ascend Spa and Wellness. My name is Brittany Simpson. I am the spa director, and I'm looking forward to showing you the space. We're here in our spa boutique where we partner with local vendors. So cosmetic is our Colorado CBD line. And then we have an array of products to help you acclimate. So we have our hydration drops that'll help with altitude. We have a variety of other products and gifts, as well as a lovely Ascend robe so that you can continue that relaxation at home. And now we'll head back and I'll show you into our spa. When you check into the spa, you get a locker that is stocked with a robe, sandals, and towel for your comfort. And then we'll go into a treatment room. Welcome to our treatment room, where we have state-of-the-art tables that are ADA compliant and heated. We utilize pink Himalayan salt stones. So instead of the volcanic stone, these are going to exfoliate the skin. They help cleanse the air, and you have some mineral absorption through the skin as well. This is another one of our treatment rooms that actually can be used as a couple's suite. So we do have the door in between so that you can enjoy services side by side with your significant other, best friend, and then we have the door in between that can give some privacy. Welcome to our relaxation room, which is the hidden gem of Colorado Springs. We have several different seating areas for you and your guest. One of my favorite features of this room is our zero gravity chairs that make you feel weightless. We have beautiful views of the mountains, 360 degrees, as well as our covered terrace, so you could sit outside and enjoy the sunshine. And then we also offer refreshments and beverages for you while you're here. And then a few things that invoke a sense of calm is our unique artwork. This one specifically was made just for us out of Mexico, and it mimics the rugged terrain of the mountains. This is our fitness center featuring state-of-the-art techno gym equipment and 2 Peloton bikes so that you can work out while viewing the pool and the mountains.
One of our primary guest activations is our activity deck. It's formally named Flatiron Plaza, and that can be accessed a couple different ways, including right here from the spa end of our building, which takes you out to the main pool area, our event lawn, and even our bocce ball courts. I know that some of our other team members are going to be showing you different areas of the hotel and featuring the highlights that make us so unique here at Hotel Polaris.
Flatiron Plaza has truly become one of the heartbeats of Hotel Polaris. It's a great setting to not only enjoy the comforts that the hotel has to offer, but also really enjoy the beauty of the outdoors and the fantastic view of the Front Range that we have here. So we welcome our guests to come out, enjoy one of our many different games, whether it's our bocce ball court, giant chess set, throw in the cornhole bags, or really if you just want to enjoy a fantastic amenity and take a dip in the pool and the pool bar for a great relaxing cocktail. The plaza itself was actually designed directly after the plaza up at the Air Force Academy as well, continuing that branding and culture that we wanted to continue with our relationship with the Air Force Academy and its architecture. Now we're going to take you on a tour of a few different room types available to you here at Hotel Polaris. As we walk through, you'll be able to highlight some of the guest convenience items in the room, as well as the nods to the Air Force Academy and the history of aviation, which even start in the guest hallways with our light fixtures meant to mimic the propeller of an airplane. So we're going to take you through our Mountain View King guest room first. So as you enter our Mountain View King guest room, you're going to notice a lot of the different features, whether they be those nods to the Academy, the history of aviation, or simply just elevated guest convenience. We tried to keep the everyday traveler in mind as well as the sophisticated business traveler. So whether it's the extra USB outlets all along the nightstand, or those touches that really help tie in the message of the Air Force Academy, from the guest cadet bear that greets you on your bed, or the signature silver airplane that is on every nightstand, all the way down to the colors of our lounging couch that's in all of our King guest rooms, or even the signature class color blanket that adorns the footing of every bed. In all of our guest rooms, one of the other additional guest convenience we have is Lavazza Espresso. So we have 3 different flavors for you to choose from, whether you're a decaf person or whether you want something with a little bit more robust taste. But one of the things that we're really proud of is our sustainability efforts here. So in every guest room, we actually have our Boomerang Hotel Polaris water bottles. This is part of our green initiative where we actually have our own reverse osmosis water purification machines here on property, where we're able to recycle, sanitize, pressurize, and refill our own bottles. Guests are encouraged to take them with them along their journey while they're here with us at Hotel Polaris. We have multiple refilling stations all around the property, and if you do want to take it home as a souvenir, we won't tell anybody. After a long day of exploring the Pikes Peak region, we'd absolutely encourage you to come back, relax in your guest room, put on one of our signature Hotel Polaris robes, and really just let yourself unwind, take in the beautiful mountain scenery, and take a deep breath while you enjoy the rest of your stay with us. Truly one of our favorite elements, however, is our Do Not Disturb sign, designed to mimic a wheel chock for a B-17 bomber or any other airplane that might employ them. It's absolutely one of our guests' favorite and truly one of the So small little touch points that really help tie in the messaging and the branding behind Hotel Polaris. We're going to take you through one of our mountain view suites with a balcony. This is absolutely one of my favorite rooms, as not only do you still get the immaculately appointed fixtures that you would experience in one of our Mountain View King guest rooms, but the immediate difference that you'll notice is just the square footage and the true size of our suite. So each of our suites has a conference table where you can maybe entertain guests, have dinner with the family, or simply just get some extra work done after a long day of meetings in a conference room. 55-inch televisions, not on one side of the room, but actually on both sides of the room in case you are doing work, but then want to come over here, switch gears, and really just relax and unwind. By far one of the best features in this room, though, is going to come right here. At the end of the day, when you're truly ready to switch off all the gears and relax, we welcome you into your separate King guest room, where it's got separate doors to close off and really enjoy the privacy and seclusion while still enjoying the mountain views from the side window. Extra space for writing, wrapping up the last minute notes of the day, but truly just an extra space to shut it all off and enjoy the rest of your evening. All of the suites have a flow-through bathroom where if you did have some guests that you were entertaining and needed to close off, there's actually doors on either side so you could separate your bedroom space from the rest of the room. They're all going to feature the double vanity as well as a beautiful full glass walk-in shower. We're going to take you into one of our Club Mountain View King guest rooms. So immediately upon entering the room, you're going to notice a major difference is that you're actually now walking on tile instead of the carpet. With these rooms, we really wanted to make all of the fixtures stand out, pop, really be highlights of the guest rooms, not just part of the guest room. One of the subtle tones that you'll see is, whereas in most of the guest rooms, it's silver accents, up here on the club floor, you're going to get gold as the main accent mark. The carpet is also differently designed to really highlight the mid-century modern aesthetic that was built all around Hotel Polaris. The Air Force Academy definitely had that effect, and we wanted to make sure that we really tied that in to all the different intricacies that you see around the property. The gold features all across the table. The accent couch is also this beautiful cream color instead of the signature class color gold. Continuing with our sustainability effort, all of our guest rooms are equipped with a motion sensor feature where if there's no activity detected in the room for 4 hours, the lights will automatically shut off, the AC will dim down to a comfortable setting, really just helping us conserve our energy footprint and help in our sustainability efforts all across the property. While the bathroom layouts might be similar to all the additional guest rooms, again highlighting our club level, we have the gold features, the accents, even down to some upgraded terry products for our guests to really enjoy while they're here exploring the club level. Outside many of our guest rooms, you'll notice a plaque adorning the room number and a brief description. This is a direct homage to the families who donated to help make Hotel Polaris actually happen. Here we're honoring former Superintendent of the Air Force Academy, Lieutenant General Mike Gould, who was truly one of the cornerstones in helping the entire project of True North Commons, being the new visitor center and Hotel Polaris, really come together. So in tribute to that, rather than naming this the Presidential Suite, we've decided to call it the Superintendent Suite. In here, of course, you'll immediately be drawn down to the floors, which are natural hardwood. They actually go through the entire suite, and it is our largest suite on property, coming in just shy of about 1,400 square feet. Great for entertaining, as it has a separate closet for your guests to place their items, and a separate bathroom with custom light fixtures for guests to be able to utilize while they're here enjoying their time in the Superintendent's Suite. Upon entering the room, you'll notice a large space, convenient for maybe holding a meeting, entertaining guests after a long day of exploring Colorado Springs, whether it's dining at our custom 6-person table, enjoying yourselves at the wet bar here, hooking your Bluetooth speaker up to the built-in surround sound speakers around the guest room, or even coming to relax and sit down and catch the game in front of our 80-inch television for you to enjoy during your time in the superintendent's suite. But again, my absolute favorite thing about this entire room is the wraparound balcony, giving you a full range of view of the Front Range, Pikes Peak, and the beautiful Air Force Academy. Once all of your guests have departed and it's time to retreat into your sanctuary of seclusion, you enter into your King guest room. Again, noticing those little touches to the Air Force Academy, whether it's the plane, our cadet bears. But one of my absolute favorite features in this guest room still continues to be the large, luxurious bathroom for you to enjoy. The superintendent suite also boasts the largest bathroom on property, fully fixed with soaking tub, rain shower, those beautiful gold features that we enjoy on the 9th floor, and its own separate water closet.
I'm Kevin Barroso, the Director of Sales and Marketing at Hotel Polaris. Let's go take a look at our meeting space. You know, one of the nice things about Hotel Polaris and the design of the meeting space, we have the second largest amount of meeting space in any hotel in Colorado Springs. So it really allows for a lot of flexibility, a lot of different size meetings, multiple meetings or multiple groups at the same time. We intentionally carried our connections that are in the rest of the building down to the meeting space. We've done that through the artwork on the walls, through the style of the carpeting, again, very subtle ways to connect ourselves and keep that connection to the Academy. So when you're here for a meeting, you feel that connection throughout. Down here in the meeting space, we have our red entrance. Our red entrance we use for a lot of group departures. Some arrivals, but mostly departures. So if we have a group that's down here in the meeting space and maybe they're going off site for dinner, or we do a lot of sports teams that are playing the Academy, they may go from a meal to the bus to the arena. They can come and go through this entrance, and then they don't have to worry about going through the lobby, having a bus in our porte-cochere, and in the confusion of just the regular guests that are coming and going. We can keep the group separate. It also makes for a more efficient loading and unloading of a bus if you're not navigating the lobby to do that. And then as we walk this way, we're walking into our pre-function area of our Constellation Ballroom. The Constellation Ballroom is our junior ballroom. What you'll notice in this pre-function space is that we've built very expansive pre-function. We have natural light windows. We want to bring that outside in, but then these spaces also empty out onto a terrace area. So we have a lot of groups that will do breakfast out here. They may do a coffee break outside. You're in Colorado, right? Get people outdoors, get them experiencing some of that clean, fresh Colorado air that we like so much. Let's take a look at one of our two executive boardrooms, Noctua. We're in one of our two executive boardrooms. We're in the Noctua room. The great thing about our boardrooms, they come really plug and play. You've got monitors on the wall. You come in, you plug your laptop in, you have video conferencing services. You have display on the walls. So if some of the group is here and some of the group is elsewhere, it's a great room for that, 12 to 16 person executive meeting. People always ask the story, how did we name our two executive boardrooms? Noctua is one, Sajida is the other. Because the Air Force Academy is training the next leaders of Space Force, the Space Force command patch has two constellations on it, one of Noctua, the owl, and one of Sajida, an arrowhead. They represent wisdom and war. So we're in our Constellation Ballroom. It's our junior ballroom. It's about 5,000 square feet. What's great about the way that we approach meetings, we've approached them in a very sustainable way. We don't use tablecloths, especially for meetings and for breakfast and lunch. We like to stay with the hard surface table, cuts down on laundry and all of that. Now we do linens for dinner, so do not worry. We can do an elegant evening event with table linens, but we really are trying to make as much of a small footprint as possible, keeping with all of our sustainability throughout the hotel. So we're in our Skyline meeting room. As you can see, we've brought the outdoors in. We've got natural light windows. Skyline is one of several meeting rooms that we consider more breakout rooms, but again, can handle those smaller groups, breakout spaces, smaller functions like breakfast, lunches, that kind of thing. We have great audiovisual support here. And so while these smaller rooms don't have AV built in, we have the capabilities to handle pretty much any AV need that a group might have, from screens, projectors, to sound systems, you name it, our team can do it here. So we're entering Generations Ballroom. Generations represents the long blue line. That's the generations of family that have attended the academy. So I may be a cadet, my dad went to the academy, my grandfather went to the academy. That's commonly referred to as the long blue line. So Generations Ballroom was named after the long blue line at the academy. But Generations is 12,000 square feet. It's the second largest ballroom in Colorado Springs. 22-foot high ceilings, nothing hanging in your way. So really a great functional room for audiovisual or any kind of experience that you're trying to create. And the beauty of this room is our floor to ceiling windows, 22-foot high wall of windows. So you can bring, again, the outdoors in. So some of the ways that we have carried that connection to the Air Force Academy throughout the meeting space is through a lot of the artwork that's on the walls. And so down here in the meeting space, we have our Day in the Life of a Cadet wall, which depicts all of the different things that the cadets go through and the different experiences that the cadets have during their 4 years attending the academy. We also have a beautiful photo of the ceiling of the Cadet Chapel. Cadet Chapel currently is under renovation. We hope to see the box come off the chapel soon, but we've got a really beautiful picture of what the inside of the ceiling of the chapel looks like. And it's quite impressive.
Welcome to the Aviator Lounge. So this is our 9th floor rooftop lounge. This is a donation, like a lot of spaces in our property. This is a donation by the class of 1964. So the biggest thing about this restaurant is the views. So you have floor to ceiling windows, you have amazing bar selection, and you have great TVs. So you can watch games up here, you can come spend time with your family, you can come relax, you can come, really have everything that Colorado has to offer. So this is such an amazing space. It's a place we really like to hang out in, and we do a lot of events in here. So Aviator menu is really a cold forward menu. We do a lot of sushi up here. On this plate right here, you're gonna have, it's basically like a surf and turf setup up here. We have Polaris rolls, and then also a bunch of nigiri rolls in here as well. And then going down here, a classic favorite that we've had forever. This is going to be our ahi tuna nachos. This is a little bit spicy, a little bit sweet, and it's made to be shareable, right? So this is a really good shareable dish that we have here. So the final dish that we have here is going to be the bao bun. So this is going to be a pork belly in the middle of that. It's done with a namasu, mint, and a little bit of cilantro. And that kind of rounds out some of the dishes that we have up in Aviator.
It was great to be in Colorado Springs, Colorado at Hotel Polaris. We just wanted to say thank you to the whole Hotel Polaris team for not only the amazing hospitality, great stay, but it was such a pleasure to work with you all, and we are just really excited how this all came out. Thank you so much for being a great part of this adventure for us. And Curtis, you want to say something?
I would. I'd like to. Thank you for the opportunity. We really appreciate everything that the Modern Hotelier team has done for us. Just having you be here to experience what we're trying to create and the mission that we're on has been an honor and a pleasure. We have a way of commemorating that. And here there's a tradition called challenge coins. They're very big in the Air Force and all of our services. We've made a custom challenge coin for our hotel that's very representative of everything that you've seen here. The class colors are incorporated into it. Polaris Hall is incorporated into it. And we wanted to present each of you with one of those. Kevin?
Thank you. Oh, wow.
Oh, it's a handshake. Oh, thank you. Thank you. This is
very ceremonial. You are now part of the team.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're official. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Goodbye. Thank you.
That was great. This is awesome.
That's great.
Appreciate you, Curtis.
Absolutely. That's great.
You walk.